Could have swore I pressed.
There we go. Now we're live. Okay.
All right, let's do this again. Welcome back, everybody, to
There we
WB's weekly Transformers live stream. I thought I had pressed live a moment ago, and I was talking to myself, apparently, but here we are with Deluxe Baldwin. I am Deemer. How's it going, Deluxe?
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Are we lagging? Am I lagging? God dang it. Am I lagging?
You're good. I see you good.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Okay. I was kind of all right. Well, it was kind of a little delay and everything. Hey there, everybody. How y'all
What's up, Big Easy?
doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. A couple of people already started coming. Appreciate everybody coming in and checking out our new little podcast we got and everything. What's up, Big Easy? Thanks so much for stopping by. So, Deemer, how are you doing, man?
Man, I am doing great. I am living, loving life. You know, I've got my Hawaiian shirt on. The weather's been beautiful over here in the Atlanta area. It's put me in a great mood. Nothing can stop me, you know, despite the personal week that I've told you about in private, but doing good. It is my birthday month, so I'm excited about that. Staying positive, staying mentally strong. So I'm kicking it. I'm kicking it. How about you, man?
Man, robot for me, man. Shoot. It's gonna be one of those it's gonna be one of those days, one of those nights.
You with us?
Can y'all
Hello,
hear me?
everyone. I can hear you fine.
Oh, man, this lag.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a delay because I mean you're roboting on my side or my end. I'm not roboting them. Clinical Banana. We got Unique here. We got
What's up,
MC
everybody?
DJ. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. We appreciate that. What's up,
Absolutely.
Bot versus Colin?
How's everybody doing?
Just dropping to say thank you so much. They're going to be at TL8 next week, which is I wish I was going to be there, but yeah, there is a delay. Yeah, I'm going to be. My internet is trash. Man, I wish one thing would just go right. Like,
You're doing all right. I can see you fine. I don't know about everybody else, but I think I can see you A-okay.
Yeah. No, I mean I'm fine. You can see me, but I mean it's just there's a delay when I'm talking because I'm talking over you sometimes, so I'm late or something. Like always. Well, but anyway, first con, thanks so much for stopping by, man. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. So how are there's Paul. I think it's the first time I've seen Paul. Thanks so much for stopping by, Paul.
What's up, Paul?
Born in 1976. It's a great year. Yeah.
Beautiful year. Bicentennial baby, welcome.
So, not a whole lot. I didn't put my news thing out this week. I didn't put any news out. Yeah, we can see, but it freezes randomly. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't put any news out this week, so I don't know if there's really a lot to talk about. It's been a kind of slow it's been slow actually. 3 weeks. I know it's slow because of the Chinese New Year and everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't put any news out today because I just didn't want to or anything, but let me look and see if there's anything anything particular that was coming out that we 1 second. Let me check TFW. That's where I check all my stuff out. TFW and Dame Chalk is where I check out my stuff. So
Cool.
let's see.
They're probably holding back for the upcoming con.
I don't know. First we can talk about what we get.
What did we get? You want to start out? Because I got a bunch of stuff all in one day, I think. So
yeah, we got a couple things. Got this in. You see the reflection.
Nice.
Sorry, Blockies Action Edition Mega Energon, the clear purple version.
Nice.
I got that in. That's the only thing I really got in. And then I went to Target. I get this at Target. So I got Target. I got this. My Myers H2O. I remember I watched H2O. I was in Germany at that time when I was in the Army. And when I was over in Germany, came out and everything. So this kind of holds a little special place in my heart. So I got this Michael Myers H2O.
Nice.
And I also Halloween Resurrection Michael Myers as well. And everything.
Nice.
I know this one's not one of my favorite Halloweens. Definitely not one of my favorite Halloweens, but I picked it up anyways. I thought it'd be pretty cool. Is this the one with Busta Rhymes? I thought this is the one with Busta Rhymes. Isn't it? They're at the house and they got the cameras up, the webcams and stuff.
Now you're really trying to jog my memory. I don't remember. I'm going to be honest. I say I don't even remember. Let's see.
Man, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this show, man. It's just lagging really bad. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I see you fine. I see the box and figures fine.
Okay. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
That's all I got this week.
Okay. I will show you guys what I got this week then, because there's a bunch here. Let's see. Okay, so I got the Unique Toys R11 Bumblebee here. Pretty excited about that. And I got something that was on my list for a while. That was something on and off. I got this Soundwave, the Platinum Edition here, and it's clear plastic, if you guys can pick that up or not. But it is pretty cool. And so that was on my hunt for a minute. And I got these keychain ones. And I just started accidentally collecting these keychains. I'm not a keychain collector naturally, but I know my daughter loves stuff like this, so they'll probably all end up at her. And there's no toys or anything inside, but I mean, I love the replica boxes of the G1. I'll show you that's
Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah, so they look cool. They look
awesome.
Authentic. So they have that cool factor to them. And so this is the second set for the G1 here, basically. And let's see. Let's see what else. I got Stone Dark from Masters of the Universe. Any Masters of the Universe collectors out there other than me? And Deluxe. And then model kits. Trumpeter. We got our Optimus Prime here. So that's from the Bumblebee movie. They're pretty cool. We got the Byway
model kits.
Starscream here from the Bumblebee movie as well. I was telling Deluxe that I actually like Byway. I think they put out a decent product and a great value most of the time. We got the Touch Toys, Yun Sheng. And so this is pretty exciting. And then I got a couple of these official Hasbro, the latest wave ones here. So I had a friend send me a couple of them. And yeah, I got the Guardian, this old one. Do you remember the Red Guardian by chance? Deluxe?
What's that?
You remember Red Guardian?
Oh, I turned my camera off, so hopefully maybe.
Oh, you're good. From Zeta Toys.
Which one was Guardian?
He was basically like the red Bumblebee or Cliff Jumper. Wasn't sure exactly what they were going for, but it's this one here.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
So that's the
No,
packaging.
what's
I
on the
don't know.
back? Oh,
This
nothing.
is the back.
Nothing. Okay.
Here's the fancy back, man. That's the fancy side.
I don't remember Guardian. I'm sure if I saw him, I would remember, but off the top of my head, I don't remember a lot of the older third-party stuff.
So that is my haul for the week, and yeah,
Awesome. Good haul, man.
pretty
Better than what I got.
cool.
So I was looking through TFW. Not like I said, not a whole lot of stuff. We got a lot of in-hand pick stuff and everything. Let's see. I watched your review on Mesh quickly. What's with the figure not having the shackler?
I'm going to tell you, man, that was something that really disappointed. Well, thanks for watching. First of all, I do appreciate that. Here's the figure. It's a really decent figure for Legend scale, but man, shattered glass without the actual shattered glass. I mean, come on, Magic Square. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with that? But other than that, a really decent figure, guys. Please watch the review if you get a chance. He is fun. Not perfect, but fun. But no shattered glass symbol, so that is a bummer.
Yeah. So I guess Burger King is getting Transformer toys. So there's some new Burger King Transformer toys. They showed a Optimus Prime. Looks like an evergreen style Optimus Prime and Bumblebee figurines.
Oh, wow.
So I guess Burger King is getting some Transformer toys, just like McDonald's did. Just recently they had some Transforming toys, so I guess we're getting from Burger King. Let's see. We got in-hand images of Age of the Primes Deluxe animated Ratchet. Looks pretty cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So, you do the Aldi, right? You do the Aldi Alpha Action Elite. You collect those, right?
I haven't done any Aldis, actually.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we got Wave 4 coming. I still need to get Wave 3. I think they still have some in at Show.Z, so I'll probably pick those up. But it looks like we got the whole list of looks like Elite Wave 4, Alpha Action Comics Wave 1, and Alpha Action Pulse Wave 1 images. So it looks like Alpha Action Edition, which is AE Wave 4, Calculus of Order. So we got Ultra Magnus, chest can open, no matrix. Okay, that's weird. Magnus with a new head sculpt. We got Shockwave, Thundercracker, Ironhide, Outback, Beachcomber, and Buzzsaw, which is going to be a 3-pack. They've been doing that with the mini bots and some of those stuff. And then we got, and the tapes too as well. Then we got 2 chases are going to be Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus, and we got TC Shockwave, which is going to be the 2 chase figures. Oh. And then we got Alpha Action Comics Wave 1, comic-themed spin-off line. So we got IDW Optimus Prime, which is Stormbringer. That's going to be pretty cool. IDW Orion Pax, which is a Spotlight. We got IDW Prowl, IDW Minor Megatron, which is pretty cool. I'm ready for this one. IDW Senator Shockwave. That would be pretty cool. And we got an IDW 2019 Starscream. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then we got the Alpha Action Mega, which is the Optimus Prime reverse version. And we got an Alpha Action Pulse, a new series of blind boxes consisting of 3 lines. We got Chibi style setting. So we got Chibi style coming. That's going to be awesome. I think everybody's going Chibi style. We got a head keychain, which eyes can light up. And we got a mini card back figures and everything. So that's pretty cool. I'm definitely in for the Alpha Action Elite.
Nice.
They're really cool. They're a nice little figure. This is what people think that the Transformers Red line, the R Action is. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, so the only reason I didn't start collecting Aldi, even though I heard amazing things about them, is because I think I have too many lines that are non-transforming. And so I kind of want, because, we 3-0, toys, and Blockies, which, I have Blockies everywhere, and YOLO Park, and I'm like, come on, like, when am I going to limit that collection, right? So that's the only reason I don't collect all these, even though
I understand.
Yeah.
No, I understand. Yeah, there's a lot of lines, that collecting right now. We also got speaking of blockies, we got the Wave 2 Wreck and Rule, which is these are the blocky wheels. These are the vehicles. So we got Wave 2 coming. So we got Springer. We got Roadbuster. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Overlord Plane. We got Iron Fist. So Overlord, Plane and the tank, they're going to be coming together. We got Huffer, Runamuck, which we have Runabout in the first line, so that our first wave, so that's pretty cool. We got Scoop. That's pretty neat. Wow, we got Scoop coming. Shattered Glass Side Swap, Pipes, Cosmos, and Breakdown. Oh, we're getting a Cosmos. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Let's see what Cosmos looks like. Oh, okay. Cosmos looks kind of like the that was from the Legends line a while back, like mid 2000s, I think. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. That looks really neat. So the Huffer is from IDW, so that's cool. These look really nice. Yeah, I'm definitely in for the Wave 2. The Wave 1 was pretty cool, easy to build. I'm surprised we're getting a Scoop. That's wild. Huh.
That's cool. More unique ones, the better, in my opinion. So,
yeah. So, yeah. Other than that, not really a whole bunch of news. Like I said, someone mentioned, like, they're probably holding back. Banana said that they're probably holding back for, some of the upcoming cons because we do have TFCon LA coming. I'm hoping they show off a lot of stuff at LA. So yeah, we should get some more news by next week. I'm really excited for that with the third-party panel and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like the TFCon LA is really going to set the pace for what's coming out for at least the first half of the year for sure. So pretty excited to hear the news about that. Absolutely.
I wonder what X Transbot's going to show, or somebody's going to show something like, or if Bingo Toys going to show something, and then Fans Toys going to be like, oh look, we got one too. Imagine that. Yeah, like they always do. So I'm excited for that. I'm sure Fans Toys going to drop something new that we won't see for another 5 or 8 years or something. But it's cool to see these third party panels and stuff.
I envision them posting some new update pictures on, was it the Metroplex, that really big one that they're doing?
Oh, they're doing Fort Max. You mean Fort Max?
Oh, Fort Max. Yeah, Fort Max. My bad. Yeah. So, come out in 10 more years, maybe.
I don't know, man. I think I did a video a while back, a couple years ago. I asked if are we gonna get this, and I think even when they showed it off at the first time, which was about 5 years ago, there was everybody's like, we ain't getting that. Nobody, come on now. But I don't know. We'll see. We will see. They did put out the Headmaster, which was really good. But I don't know if they're going to put out that big body or not. But we'll see. I know Big Mac Toys has a Fort Max coming too as well. Yep. So we'll probably
kind of similar size if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right?
I think so. I think he's going to be around the same size probably. He's going to be big. They showed some renders off. Really hopeful for Bingo Toys to show up the next 2 Technobots. Yeah, I am too. I would love to see some more. I wonder who. I think is which one's next. I think is it the Cycle? The what's the Cycle's name? Is that the next one supposed to be released, or Scattershot?
I have no clue as far as the order goes. If anybody has any insights, I'm happy to get that information as well. But because I think on Show.Z they have 2 coming out. It says,
I have to say they only showed 2 more. Yeah, they have 3 on the site. They have, they have Strafe, Afterburner. So I'm thinking Afterburner probably is going to be the next one because he's the other arm. So they'll probably put the 2 arms out. They'll probably put Scattershot out, and then the last 2 will be the legs.
Yep.
Yeah, those up for the 2 up for a pre-order. Yeah, I got them on pre-order. So yeah, I'm hoping Scattershot. I'm hoping Afterburner will probably be. I'm hoping maybe spring, maybe summer released. I'm hoping the Scattershot maybe at the end of the year. That'd be pretty cool.
It'd be cool if they did them both before the first half of the year, so we get the remaining 2 by the end of the year itself.
That would be cool. I doubt get that, but I'm seeing we'll probably get the next 2 probably within this year. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. We get them all. But I mean, I don't want them to rush it either. I want them to, I want to put out a great product because I just, I know that Fans Toys has theirs, coming, but I don't see them. I don't see we getting them until maybe we might get the first one at the end of the year, maybe because we still have to get the Constructicons. They still have what 3 more Constructicons to put out, I
3
think.
more, yeah. Yes, sir.
So I don't know if they're gonna put out two combiners at the same time, going on at the same time. So I don't see them doing their Technobots till probably maybe earliest next year, maybe that's what I'm thinking. So I don't want Bingo Toys to rush theirs just because Fans Toys is coming.
100%.
I don't see them. Yeah.
100%. Because I think the minimum quality that they should be shooting for is, like what they did for Strafe over here.
Yeah.
Because this guy, and I still get like people commenting and sending me messages about like, this is for sure going to be, top 10, maybe best figure of the year. But I keep saying, well, they still got 4 more to pump out. So if this is as minimum quality as they put out, then this could be the best combiner in a long time that we've had from probably any company.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great set, I think. I really think it's going to be a great set. And I could be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. But what Bingo Toys has put out, which hasn't been a whole lot, has been really good anyways. So I think they're going to have a good track record. So I'm excited to see what they do with them. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they do maybe Abominus next with the Terracons to go with him.
Okay.
That would be sweet.
That would be a lot.
I would love to have that.
That would be a lot of fun. And you're right. Bingo Toys actually has been low key, just putting out really good stuff over time, slowly, albeit very slowly. And because I put these two together, these two are always hanging out together in my office lately because I absolutely love this figure. I mean, when he first came out, after I got the first one, I got a second one right away. I want to keep one in its alt mode and one in its bot mode because really great, really, really fun. And these metallic blues that they do, I mean, just awesome.
Dude, I'll tell you, man, him and Strafe's eyes, man, like I thought it was what did I say it was? The clear light piping. I could have swore it looked like light piping. I'm like, why's he got light piping? I'm like, oh, hell no. That is metallic blue. That is awesome, man.
So, it is such a cool, blue effect, like a laser chrome, whatever blue. It's just beautiful, beautiful.
It's really nice. I'm hoping for them to do the Terracons.
Yeah, man.
Man, come on. No, they're good. No, I don't think Nosco is going to be next. I think it's going to be Afterburner. They have Afterburner and Scattershot. I mean, that's not saying. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be Nosco, and I'm not sure. But what they have up on pre-orders is they only have Scattershot and Afterburner up right now. So I'm thinking that's probably going to be either one of those is going to be the next one. It's probably going to be Afterburner more than likely. But we'll see. We'll see. I just don't want them to rush it. I don't want them to rush. They did a great job with Strafe. I want them to take their time and put out a good product. Because like I said, I don't see Fans Toys releasing theirs anytime soon. Unless they're going to do 2 combiners at one time, I highly doubt that. Like I said, they still got to get their Constructicons out. And I think they have, let's see, I got the first 3. They got 3 more left to put out. And I think the next one they probably got coming out is probably going to be in the summer. I think maybe. I don't know for sure, but I don't see them putting out their Technobots anytime soon. So, we'll see.
Take your sweet old time.
Yeah, as far as exactly. Now, well, I mean, that's a good question. Now, if let's just say that Fans Toys was putting out their Technobots really soon, would you want them to release their stuff as quickly as possible then? For Bingo Toys?
No, I still wouldn't. I think in worst case, they should maybe keep pace, like stagger it. So if Fans Toys is like, oh man, they're really starting with their Computron. We need to put out our Strafe next, and then like I kind of wanted to stagger in a worst case scenario. So one company put out one bot, the next
Okay.
person puts out the similar bot, and let's see what the apples to apples comparison is. Because if it's going to be
Yeah.
drastically different but still great, then maybe there's an argument to get both if you're like a masterpiece collector. But if they're going to be like similar enough, but you just like, man, this aesthetic is amazing, and if Fan Toys doesn't really do something to kind of up their game, then the question becomes, why would I pay the Fans Toys tax for something that really
That's
isn't
true.
going to really add to my collection? So that becomes a fair argument, and I
That's true.
love that Bingo Toys
Man,
is
I can't
art.
wait to do the compare, the verses.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna be doing the
So
verses on those since I have them out and everything. I just want to show my face. I think I'm showing when I show a face it lags, so I'm just turn it off right there. I guess I don't know. Maybe it looks a little better. My
we all
internet's
love your
jacking
face,
up as
man.
usual, so hopefully I'll get better internet. Anyways, but yeah, that was about it as far as the news. Like I said, there's not been a lot. The last 3 weeks, I didn't even put out a news yet this week. I don't know if I'm going to put one out. I may wait to just add it on to next week. Hopefully, we get some
Okay.
more stuff in this week and everything. There wasn't really. Oh, they did show. APC Toys did show off their Skyquake, so the
Oh yeah.
recolor of Dreadwing.
Yep.
So we got that coming, which is good. I'm excited for that. But not a whole lot of third-party masterpiece. Not definitely didn't see anything for Legends. Didn't see anything new for Legends at all. So, it was just slim pickings this week. So I think I'll just wait to not do news this week. I'll do one next week, anyways. But anyways, so I guess you got some questions. If anybody in the chat has some questions for us, definitely ask them. We'll definitely
Absolutely.
read those out. But if you have some questions, we can start off with those if you want to.
I do actually. I got some questions, and this is for you first, and then the chat wants to pipe in. We're always curious
Oh
about
yeah,
like
definitely.
everybody else too. So the question is, am I neglecting anything in my life because of my collecting habit? Friends, family, loved ones, events, whatever it may be that you would have normally done, but because your obsession with your collection has taken over.
I don't. I think. Well, I guess I'll answer that first. I'm not neglecting family because I'm not. I'm still hanging out with my family and stuff. I'm neglecting my health. I think.
Oh.
Um, if you go back a couple years ago, I was talking with you earlier. I
Mhm.
lost about 100 pounds, and now I've gained about a lot of that back already because
Mhm.
I've just been neglecting my health. It's not because of the collecting. I don't think that's it. I just been neglecting my health lately. And Gator's good. He's fine. He's old. Thank you, Ionicus. Golly, I always got the name right, and I just screwed it up. Gator is great, man. He's just old. But I think I'm neglected. I need to get back to walking, working out like I was because I do got some conventions I want to go to this year.
Mhm.
But I'm not neglecting anything. I don't think I've kind of. And I was talking with you about it, Deemer. I was looking. I released two reviews yesterday, and they barely got over 100. One of them got barely over 100 views, and the other one mainly got almost 300 views at the most. And it's taking a toll on me because YouTube is not sharing my stuff out. I don't think at all. I know a lot of people are having issues with views with the because they're just not pushing. They're pushing more political stuff, more others, just other stuff that not doing, people doing reviews for Transformers or whatever, GI Joe. And I just I look at my views and sometimes I just don't think it's worth it to do it anymore. And I thought I've really thought about just quitting just because it's not worth it anymore because it's just like why put so much time and effort into doing the reviews and nobody's watching them. And even your subscribers, I have almost 19,000 subscribers, and I'm getting 200 to 300 views most of all my reviews, and even my news used to give me a lot of views, but now I'm getting not even close to maybe 2,000 views for those. And it's just like I put so much work into it, and see, I do not receive any notifications. Nobody's receiving notifications and stuff, and it's just I'm just sick of doing it, and just putting all that effort into it, and then just nobody watches it, and it's just like it's hard, it sucks, but and I'll say that, but then I get back into it and start doing it again, but I just feel like sometimes it's just not worth it, so it just really
Well,
sucks. But
you make a great point. Like these videos that we do take a lot of time to make through, and I know, like, I can only speak for myself here. I know you work, I work and stuff, so like my normal life takes a lot of my time, so to try to fit my passion into video format for everybody does take me a minute, but I love doing it. I love talking to myself. And ever since Deluxe and I've connected, I feel like I'm talking to Deluxe in some of my reviews lately now, so like pretending he's there. So that's fun too. And so I think even in the absence of the views and the engagement, I think I'd still be doing it because it gives me something productive to do that is a stress relief, takes me out of my own world for a while. And so that's just me, of course. And I'm hoping that if we just continue to plow through like this cycle of whatever else is absorbing the algorithms, that we just get back on the radar eventually and get that engagement we're all hoping for. Because I know some people I see, they, no matter what they put out, it's like in the first hour it's like 20,000 views, and I'm like, how does that happen?
yeah,
And but I think even in the absence of everything, I would probably still do something like this just to give me something productive and take my mind off of everything else that's going on for me, my time. So,
yeah.
but you
Well,
know,
I mean, I think once I get my collection to my house and get that collection up, and when I to get my collection up, I can start doing more stuff I want to do, like a lot more comparisons. I would love to do like history of, because I have a lot of Transformers, and I could definitely do. I started about doing those like mid early like 2018, somewhere around that area. I was doing like the history of a character, and I would show the toys from G1 to the to that point in time. So I would love, once I get my collection back in into my house, I would love to start doing more of those stuff and everything. Just because I mean, everybody reviews the Hasbro stuff, which and I once in a while Hasbro will do pretty good for me, like a Hasbro figure, the main line. But most of the time, it's already been done like 15, 25,000 times already. Everybody and
yeah,
their mom is doing reviews now, so it's kind of hard to uh, you know be different from what everybody else's is, because they're everybody's doing Hasbro reviews. So I would love to do more stuff that other people are not doing, and
hmm
hopefully that might bring. I started doing things. I did one with a sideswipe from the classics line and stuff. That
hmm
didn't do very good, but I did find I got stuff up in my room that I could do. Like has it held up? Has older stuff, still holding up and everything. I may go back and instead of just trying to try to beat everybody to be the first one to to release review something, because I'm not going to be that person. There's
hmm
stuff already people already gotten out already. I saw Cranex, somebody reviewed Cranex, somebody reviewed all the new stuff already. So it's just like I'm late to the game, so I should try to rush and try to get stuff out, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird. People
well, I
already
mean,
finding hot rod. Yeah.
that kind of begs the question though, like, how are people getting their hands on these figures so quick? Like, we put out pre-orders and whatever and this and that, and I'm just like, I press a pre-order for something and I see a review on it already, and I'm like, how is this happening?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
you know, but
well, people know about Prime versus Prime, which I'm. Hey, if I could be in his shoes and get stuff early like that, that'd be awesome. I would definitely
mhm,
do what he did. I'm not hating the game. He's doing what he's got to do, And hey,
Right.
that's fine, whatever. I don't support, I don't support this stuff. I don't watch this stuff. I don't do anything like that.
Right.
But I'm not, I understand the game. I understand it.
Sure.
If you can find a way to do it, hey, more power to you. I just don't have a way to do that. Some people get stuff early because overseas, stuff
Mhm.
been released overseas and stuff and everything. So that's fine. But I'm just tired of I've been doing this for almost 10 years now, and
That's
it's girl, it's just wearing down on me sometimes, so
well, I mean,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, there's a
yeah,
reality to the mental end of things, right? Like between your work and your
yeah,
family and stuff like that, and then coming to do these and then seeing that it's already been done maybe 10, 20 times before we even get the package. I mean, I think that's what
yeah,
like we talked a long time ago about like, the why we do this, and I've made comments to you before, like, just understand your why and remember that. And
yeah,
because we all love you. I know, like, your fans love you. I see the comments all the time. I read them, because they are inspiring. The affection that you get, I love that for you, truly, truly, truly. And the fact that you've been doing it 10 years, it's not like you've been doing it 10 minutes, 10 days, 10 weeks, right? Like, I know I've only been doing it
yeah,
about 5 months. And so I can't really put in my head the timeline that you have, 10 years to my drop in the ocean here. And so my hat's off to
yeah.
you, much respect, much love. And like, just what you bring to the
No,
table as far as the reviews is really special in my book. So
no, I love reading comments. I mean, I know who comments. I know who's going to be there all the time. So, and I appreciate those people. As much. I can't show you how much I appreciate it, but I do. And it's awesome. But I'm still going to do it. But it just kind of it's just really discouraging sometimes
mhm.
to see that. But what's the next question? We'll move on to the next question.
Sure. Next question I have for you and everybody is, hey, you know what? When am I or you all going to stop collecting? When is the point that you reach that enough's enough or that's it? So
Man,
yeah, what are your
I wish it'd
thoughts?
be tomorrow. I wish it could be tomorrow. Really? No. I don't know, man. I mean, there's still stuff that I want. There's stuff I need to, masterpiece, scale. There's still stuff I need. I don't need any. I don't think I really need any chug stuff anymore. I'm still going to get chug stuff, but I could quit that. I wish I could. I wish I would.
Mhm.
Legends, there's still a lot of stuff legend wise that I need, and everything. So I don't know. I don't know when there's an end game. I would say because I'll
Yeah.
be 50 this year.
Mhm.
I don't
Same.
know. I mean, I don't know if how long. I don't know how long Transformers going to be around. Are they going to stop? Anytime soon? Probably not. Um, as far as third party and stuff. Um, I don't know. I don't know when. I don't know when I'm going to be able to quit. If I run, you know what? I would answer that question. I could answer that question better whenever I get my collection up and see how much I have, and then I could probably give you a better answer.
Well, I think we're amongst company here as far as our age group. Duke Nukem's 49 this year. You and I are going to be
Oh
50
yeah,
this year. I'm going to be 50 towards the end of this month, guys. So
yeah.
46, Cynical Banana. All right, all right. I'm loving this crowd. And so, yeah. And to continue to further your point there, Deluxe, with the new wave of the movies coming out too, that's just more drugs that we just have to inject and inhale and ingest and whatever, because you're right, it's not going to stop, and they know that they've done
Yeah.
this, you know, and especially I think us
I mean,
as
do you
long
want to do it?
term.
No, I'm sorry. Go on.
That's really it because I think we've been so ingrained into this hobby for so many years. I think it's if I'm being honest to myself, to this camera, to you, to the people, that I would find it very difficult to say, you know what, I just quit everything, because there's always going to be like, oh man, that new movie,
Yeah.
the new figures, the new whatever, the new company taking a new spin. Like I never thought I'd do chibi, but here I am today collecting chibi. I never thought I'd collect these little keychain things, but here I am, mainly for my daughter. And they're way more popular than I
Yeah,
expected them to be. I put, 2 videos out, and it's like, it kind of ran a bit with the wolves. And I'm like, really? People are that interested in little keychains that have, G1 boxes attached to them? So I
yeah,
think we're always going to find something we love and want to do it. 47, Chris, congrats, man. 49, Ion, congrats.
yeah.
So yeah, I
So
mean,
let me let me let me ask you this: do you want to do another round of movie bots though? I don't know if I'm going to be excited for the movie bots like I was back in '07, '09, whenever the first ones Bayverse came out.
well, here's my dilemma, right? Because in one respect, I'm also G1'd out, and G1 is, my heart and soul, right? So when I see
Yeah,
something new and different, like I would love for them, I think we talked about this in our last episode, if they went back to and revisited TFP and animated and gave us some fresh, stuff there, just to keep it a little bit different. G1's always going to be cash cow. We get it. We love G1. But you know what? When companies are putting out unique stuff like, hey, we never had a figure that looked like this, a character that looked like this exact kind of configuration, right? I like stuff like that. Iron Factory with their chunky, IDW takes. I love Iron Factory and their chunky bots. I literally have Ultra Magnus on my desk entertaining me every day. I love the feel and the style and his size and everything. So for me, if the movies are bringing something a little bit more, flary and different, then I say, you know what, go artistic and get my money. But if we're gonna just keep rehashing like the latest group of, the Bumblebee style mainly, and Rise of the Beast style, there's gonna be a time where it's like enough's there. I'm burnt out of that style. Let's go something else. So um, I don't mind the movie
well, I
stuff as
think
long.
I think the new. I'm sorry. I think the new, like that new Blackout and Ironhide and that
Mhm.
Optimus Prime with the what's that new line called? I think that's going to be a fresh. I know it's going to be characters we already have,
Right.
but I think it's going to be something fresh and new that people are going to really, attach to and everything because it's just going to be something different. But we are getting, another Optimus Prime. I'm sure we'll get another Bumblebee.
Mhm.
Megatron's coming, Starscream or something like that.
Yep.
But I think putting out Ironhide and Blackout is a good
Yeah.
thing because I think people are ready for just new stuff and just not the same characters. I guess. Well, I guess that really don't make sense, but I
Well,
mean,
I think you're
I think
right.
they're ready just for something different.
Yeah, so when they posted like last year about like the Void stuff as far as the comics, and I made a comment to one of the people at Hasbro. I said, "Look, this could be a cash cow if you animate it and sell toys, or make a movie and sell the toys, right? Because it's so cool, right? Like that crossover combination, the grit, the darkness, kind of stuff reminds me a bit of Transformers Prime and the more adult kind of orientation, and but like on a crossover style with more cool characters and like the comic book stuff. So I think if we
Yeah,
transpose that into the characters for, that keeps us interested, and don't start with the cash cows like Prime and Megatron and Starscream, and give us like the more unique characters that we all love and adhere to, that aren't the, top five kind of things to kind of like
yeah,
roll us into that nostalgia and something fresh, right? That's just me. Like, I don't know
yeah.
what your feeling is.
Give us another Dinobots too. Grimlock starting off. Give us like
Ooh,
start off with like Snarl or Sludge or
yeah.
something. Don't start off with Grimlock. I mean, I love Grimlock. Dinobots are my favorite Autobot team, but it would be
Hmm.
cool. I hope we get some with this new line. What's the new line called? I'm totally blanking on that.
Overgear.
But what if Overgear? What if we got like Dinobots in this kind of like a like vehicles with the Dinobots and
Hmm.
war vehicles, just like they did in the comics,
Yep.
War World comics. I forgot what they're called. Dreamwave.
Dreamwave. Yeah,
What if we
Dreamwave
got
was cool.
those? The Dinobots in a vehicle mode.
You know,
Yeah,
or
that
like
would be
or like what
sweet.
Toy
I
World
would.
was
I
doing.
would. If we got all the Dinobots. Oh,
Hmm. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut
Oh
you off,
yeah,
but like,
okay, yeah,
what
exactly.
Toy World was doing with the World War, II stuff, like that was cool. Like
Yeah.
having
Oh yeah.
having a different spin and keeping the same characters but giving us something cool. But you know what, like, let's be good on the QC end of things for the toys, but those designs actually had me excited, and I wish
Yeah.
they didn't go anywhere, and kind of like gave us a little bit more and good quality stuff to keep something interesting and unique. I think that's where Overgear is kind of
Yeah.
filling in, right? So um
Yeah.
and that's what I think I'm excited about the Overgear stuff too, because it is the same characters that we all love. They're starting out from the different part of the line and a different style that
Yeah.
is, I think, more geared towards us, and not
Right.
towards.
Yeah. I want obscure characters, like Blackout. I want obscure characters. Give us a runabout and run amok or something, in those wartime vehicles. Give us, just stuff like, yeah, the Iron Factory Dinobots. Yeah, exactly.
Yep,
I want
yep,
that would be so cool to
yep.
see some Dinobot vehicles in this line. Give us like, obscure characters. That would be so cool for that line. I think it would be awesome.
Here's a question from Jeffrey Lockhart. Do you plan on selling your collection one day? And if so, what's the estimated age for you to say, it's now time for me to sell? Great question, Jeff. Oof. You want to take that one first, DB?
Um, Man, I don't know. I mean, I'm planning on retiring in about 12 more years, and I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. So I would probably still keep collecting, So I don't know. I mean, I hate that I'm going to, when I do, pass, and my wife is probably going to still be around because she's about 10 years younger than me. She's going to have to deal with, selling this stuff. I really hate that, but I don't hate it because I love collecting. That
Mhm.
makes sense, but
Sure.
I don't know if I'm gonna sell or not, man. I need to start selling some stuff, but yeah, Omnibots and Firecoms would be great. That would be pretty
Mhm.
cool. Some obscure characters, man.
Yep.
What about
So
you?
yeah, for me, I think because I have a young daughter that also collects and she's really big into Transformers, I think I'm gonna be collecting for quite some time, whether it's, for me and her or for her and me being the byproduct. Like, so when that transition shifts more to her than me, then I'll know.
Yeah,
I'll have a signal of, okay, I've definitely like, kind of just like I'm sweeping away and everything that she's gonna want, she can keep. And I've actually been formulating a database of all my stuff and like the price that I
okay,
got for it and the price that it's currently going for, so that she can have an idea if, when my ticket gets punched, she has an informed
yeah,
decision that she can make and just scroll through the list and be like, I don't want
right,
this, I'll sell it, I'll get a fair price, and then I want to keep everything else. That's going to be up to her, and I know she'll be happy and content with the collection that she'll inherit anyway, so it'll be all on
right.
her.
I mean, do you think that she's gonna get done? Is she gonna grow out of collecting? Do you think she'll ever grow out of collecting?
It is. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it is something that always sits in the back of my head, and I think my approach is, you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy the moment, and if she decides to stop collecting, she stops collecting. That's on her, and she can say,
Hmm.
what she wants to do with it. I'd be a little bit sad, if I'm gonna be honest, if she said, in a few years, Dad, I want to stop. I think I'm done. I'm over Transformers. A piece of me would die that day, but she's her own human being, and
Yeah, that's true.
but she's a lot
Yeah,
like
you gotta make
me,
our own decisions.
so we'll see.
Okay. So Jordan asked, "Hi, are you excited for the Transformers GI Joe shared movie universe? Is that still happening though?
Mm,
Uh, and what do you think of the next live action Transformer movie is going to be about?" Uh, I
mm,
don't know. I mean, I know we got a little teaser at the end of Rise of the Beast with the GI Joe thing, but I haven't heard anything since then, and that's been a couple years now. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. It would be cool. I mean, I would love to see a Transformer GI Joe, even throw a mask in there too as well. I would love to
mm.
see that. I think they're doing it in the comics. I would love to see it on movies too. But the next live action Transformer movie, I mean, like everybody wants to see, Bumblebee, the first 10 minutes of Bumblebee. That's what everybody wants to see. I want to see that. I want to see more, I want to see Transformers on Cybertron. Throw in the Earthlings, later on, like the second or third movie, maybe, wait till the third movie actually. Like I hope they did with Transformers One. I was hoping we would get a trilogy out of that. Get the Transformers One, and then Transformers. The second one would have been like the rise of Megatron and all that stuff, the war, and then the third one they would go to Earth. Then we would finally see some humans. So I'm hoping that they do that as far as the new Transform movie. But Bayverse, it's going to have humans in it. It's going to have the military. So I don't know. They are doing a G.I. Joe reboot. They're announced. Okay, well, that's cool. If that happens, that's cool. I'm definitely going to watch it. But the new stuff, I don't know what Bayverse is going. I don't know what Bay's going to do or not. I have no idea, to be honest.
I almost want them to bypass any kind of reboot or rehash and just dive into like the voids. If we're gonna do G.I. Joe and if we're gonna keep doing Transformers, I would love them to just be like, you know what? We're just gonna start right here in the thick of it, and then we'll, expand on the backstories as we go along. But like in our short attention span life nowadays, right? Like give me the meat and potatoes and let me sink my teeth into it and let's go from there. So GoBots.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. GoBots. Were you ever into GoBots?
Yeah. I had a lot when I was a kid because they were a little cheaper than Transformers, so my mom bought them to kind of play them off as Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got into it. I know Patriot Prime is big into it now. We got some of my friends in our little chat. We got Fire Talks and Lucky Larkin's Lair. They're going back into the GoBot stuff and everything. What's up, Tiff Marauders? Thank you so much for stopping by, man. That's a great. Hey, everybody, if you haven't subscribe to TF Marauders, definitely go check those guys out. Man, really great dudes. They have a lot of great topics. Really just, something like we're doing right now.
Cool.
But they do it, some really great stuff and everything. Definitely go check those guys out, man. Really great dudes. But yeah, if they did an 80s style action movie and true to the animated series, I'd definitely be on board. I would be happy with that. That would be freaking awesome.
Nice.
Everything. Okay. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I haven't. I don't know if he even has. I know they said Bay is signed on. I don't know if he's even signed on to do the movies yet.
I don't know.
There was rumors.
I see some fan promos about like the Dinobot kind of thing coming up. So I don't know. Have you seen like some of these fan promos? I don't know if they're fan promos or like kind of industry hiding behind fan promos.
Oh, they're probably. Yeah, they're probably fan promos or something. I don't know. I haven't seen any of them yet, but we'll see. You got another question? What's another question? I know you got a couple.
I have. Can I name everyone in my collection and recall how I got that figure?
No, hell no, I can't. There's no way. I could name. I could do. If I look at them, maybe. But off the top of my head, no, I cannot name off my what I have in my collection.
Yeah, same. There's just too many out there, and I think even if we could get close to the name, like I wouldn't remember how I got it, or vice versa, or I would definitely get stumped for sure.
I can name some stuff like so like my first BotCon, which was 2008. That's when anime came out. My first ever con exclusive I bought, Transform I bought it at a con was the eHobby Insecticons, which were the recolors of the Insecticons from G1. Now, I don't know why that was my first purchase. I have no clue. Because when I walked in, this was in Cincinnati, Ohio, my first ever, convention, even for, anything nerdy or anything geeky or anything like that, was the 08 BotCon. And I walked in, oh my God, it just took my breath away. There was so many you walk in, there's Transformers everywhere. And I remember that moment. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know why that was my first purchase, but I just saw them and I was like, oh, I don't have those. Let me get those and everything. I think they were like, I don't really remember the price, maybe $70, $80 or something like that. And that was my first purchase, was the eHobby recolors of the G1 Insecticons. So that was my first one. So I'll know that one. There's stuff I can look at my collection and I'll remember where I got them. But
Hmm.
that was just one of my first. That was my first purchase at a Transformer convention.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I think it's always great to
Um,
have like there's some key ones that give us our memories to something that we adhere to. I think
oh
that's
yeah,
always going to
oh
be
yeah,
important.
definitely. Yeah, where does G1 bumper belong? I don't. I mean, that's
Ooh,
the. Is that the that was the recolor of or the retool of Bumblebee, wasn't it? Bumper. Is that who that was?
yeah, wasn't it? That wasn't the gold one, right? That
I don't.
was
I don't know. I know there was like a yellow cliff jumper. I think at one
yeah.
time, and there was something. I mean, a bumper, I guess, would be season one. I guess I don't know. Whenever I don't know. I don't think he. I don't. I never. Don't think he would belong in any season. To be honest, I don't think he was one of the American. Was he? Was he? I don't remember. Really, to be honest, I don't know. I really don't know how to answer that, Ion.
Yeah, that's a good question, Ian. What about you? Where do you think it belongs in the G1 lineup?
Maybe with like Outback in like season two, maybe with Power Glide and all those. I guess maybe I don't know. Let's see.
That'd be a
Grimlock is
fair
my
show.
favorite character. I hope they keep with the G1 inspired designs and transfer life moves. Yeah,
Hmm.
that'd be pretty cool.
Hmm.
But yeah, I could look at some of my stuff and I can, I can remember, special, ones that I've gotten at conventions. I can also see, I can also remember ones that were gifted to me. I have some that have been gifted to me over the years and everything. And if I saw one, I definitely, some of my like, I have a couple prototype Starscream, Transformers and everything, and they were, gifted to me, on my birthday and stuff everything. So I can, I remember those always. That stuff I will always keep is, stuff that were gifted to me. Because they, someone took out their time and their money just to get me something. I'm definitely going to keep that in my collection forever. But I could see the ones that I can remember the ones that were gifted to me and everything. So, you know,
So that's interesting. I mean, we've been talking about like all the things we would keep, but is there anything yet you'd be interested in letting go of? Like you're done with, you're over with, not interested anymore, whether
man,
it's
yeah.
a
Powder Primes, all the Powder Prime stuff, all the that's that trilogy there.
hmm,
Combiner Wars, I could probably get rid of that crap. Titan Returns was pretty good, but I could still get rid of that stuff. Because I think the newer stuff has taken over. They're better and stuff. So yeah, there's some stuff I could definitely go through and get rid of. Yeah, I definitely could.
here's a good one from Duke Nukem.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
That's all right.
Just trying to read
Do either you have a
what
holy
Jordan said.
grail transformer you want, but cannot justify the purchase?
Yeah, I would. There's two actually. I would love a G1 sealed Starscream, and I would love to have a Goodbye Megatron set. That was the G1 Megatron and Starscream box set.
Mm.
Um, that goes for a pretty penny. I would love to have
Hmm.
one of those, or maybe even a G1 Overlord. I would love to have one of those. That'd be pretty
Yeah,
cool. I don't have one of
that's
those. So, what about you?
that's I think I touched up on it. I think last time, like last week, where I don't think there's necessarily a holy grail I'm absolutely chasing, but if I could just have one, like go back in time and get the HasLab Unicron when it came out, that's one that,
Mm-hmm.
and I know it's not the greatest figure and it's obtuse in a lot of ways, but there's something fun about the clunkiness and just the size and ridiculousness of it that like is still inside me. Like if I ever find it at the right price, in good condition, no missing pieces or anything, then I am going to spring for it. But until it's not
Nice.
like $3,000 or whatever, then
Yeah,
we'll see.
exactly. Well, Jordan, I don't. Are they going to do a Rise of the Beast sequel? I don't. I haven't heard anything about them doing another Rise of the Beast, so I don't know if that's going to happen. I would. I mean, I wouldn't care. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, I thought Rise of the Beast was pretty good, but I don't know if they're going to do a sequel. I know they showed something a little teaser, but I know you said that they're doing some GI Joe kind of crossover, and that might be the Rise of the Beast sequel you're talking about. But I haven't heard anything, so I don't know for
Mhm.
sure. So and then have Bumper show up in some G1 scene. CJ plays like the toy got swapped. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what season he was in. I mean, I don't, or he would be in. I think he'd probably be into season 1, maybe season 2. I guess as one of the newer mini bots. I guess that'd be pretty cool. But I think that would be my holy grail. Is definitely is a G1 sealed Starscream. I have one that's opened. I don't know what else. Like I said, Overlord would be pretty cool to have a G1 box Overlord. Even a Grand Maximus or a Black Zarak, would be pretty cool. That's those are pretty expensive. Those would be pretty cool to have in a set.
Mhm.
Stuff like that. So, anyways, you got any more questions, or anybody else got any questions? I think we've been on for about an
Is
hour.
there any
This has been a
fan
great show.
questions? Yeah, I think it's been really good. Just one more
Yeah.
question, because we were just touching on it earlier. Is before the stream, actually, we were talking about your case, and is there are you trying to tell a story, do you think, at the end of the day? Are you going to have it organized by season? Did you figure it out? I know we talked about it a while back ago.
Oh yeah.
And then
Man.
seeing your case getting filled up a bit, just reminded me to ask you about, like, what are you going for your case? Because I know I'm still at a big loss as far as how to organize the cases that I'm trying to put in there. So.
Man, I still haven't figured out. Now I know what I'm going to do with my cases. I mean, I'll turn my camera back on. So with these cases, I'm going to have right now. They're not even close to what I want. Well, they're kind of, but I want my 3-0 stuff and my yellow park. So what I'm going to do when I get my bigger, like the DLX stuff, that I have on top, you got Primal and 2 of the Primes. I'm going to put those in the back and then put like maybe 3 smaller ones in front, like the MDLX. Which actually that Mirage is the DLX, but he's small. The second shelf I have some yellow park and some DLX stuff and everything. I'm going to put some bigger stuff on the back of those. Then on the third shelf, I got my Strafe in there, which he belongs in there, but I'm going to take him out. But I'm going to fill these 3 cases with all my 3-0 and yellow park, maybe some blockies if I have enough room, but it's mainly going to be 3-0 and yellow park. Some of the stuff that, high end that look really good in cases. As far as upstairs where my rooms are, I have no idea. I've asked, I'm leaning towards displaying them in characters, like all my Optimus Primes, all my Megatrons, all my Starscreams together. I think I may do it like that, but I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure what I'm going to do yet. I thought about, because I have 2 rooms to work with, so I thought about maybe just doing Autobots on one side and one room and Decepticons in the other room. Thought about doing that as well. Thought that'd be pretty cool.
That is cool.
But not for sure. I don't know for sure yet what I want to do. My first room I had at my old house, I did it by line. Like I did it by G1, G2, Cybertron, Energon, and so forth. But I don't know if I'm going to do that like that or not. So, not for sure. What about you? How you want to display your stuff?
I've thought about all kinds of ways, and I just recently saw a post. I think Sixo, online. I guess I don't know if he interviews people or posts, just what it is. But the one person that he organized it by color, and I was like, that's the first time that I've seen something that organized, and it's very OCD, and I kind of love it. Like whoever that was, like kudos to you. That's really brilliant. I don't think I would have thought about that in my entire life, but that's brilliant. And to do that in such an organized fashion, I literally had to look at it for just stare at it for 5 minutes and absorb it, because that was brilliant. It's one thing having like all the same character because they're going to be the same general color, but this was just color and different characters, and I was like, this is brilliant. Hats off to whoever you were. That's really cool. So, but for me personally, I am struggling with, I think I showed you my case lineup that is just filled with the boxes and not the characters yet, the actual figures yet. So I'm struggling, do I want to tell a story? Do I just want to show them off by make and line? Do I want to show them off just by size? or I'm still struggling and I'm trying to bounce off ideas with my daughter because I want her to like be a part of the process too, and show off
Awesome.
her
Okay.
her collection as well. And because she
Yeah.
has some really fun stuff, and we have a lot of fun just talking about it and going through things. And she comes to my office and I call her the 5 finger discount lady because she comes and she distracts me intentionally down here. It makes me look one way while she grabs one of the boxes that I'm either going to review or I just got in, or like one of like the ones that I'm keeping, like just to put in a trophy case or whatever. And she's like, "Okay, bye bye
Yeah.
bye." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, something is fishy. Come back." And she's got like,
Yeah.
and they're always the fembots. So it's usually that, or it's like
Oh,
Tarn.
awesome.
She has an obsession with Tarn, and so it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool. Yeah.
mhm.
I've thought so much about how I'm gonna display, and I don't know how I'm even gonna display them. I want to build shelves on my walls like I did at my house because I have a lot of wall space in there, and then maybe have. And it's going to take a bit because to try to get some cases to be put in the middle of the room, and
Mm,
also have like a walk around. I think it'd be pretty
mhm.
cool.
That would be
I don't know for sure yet. I really don't know. I just want to get my collection here so I can start doing that and everything. So, you know,
that's cool. Yeah, I know.
yes.
I have an actual trophy case like that's behind this office wall here that I had built in, and I know for a fact that that's where I want like my official masterpiece, like the really expensive ones that I have that go in there exclusively. But as far as the rest of the
Yeah,
cases, I have no idea. So
yeah. We all do. Big bite. We all need a bigger house. We all do need a bigger house.
so true,
I
so
don't know.
true. Yeah,
But
my wife
yeah.
keeps my
So
wife keeps threatening me. She's like,
what's
if
that?
I keep my wife keeps threatening me. She says, if I keep getting more of these Transformers or other toys to collect, then I have to buy her, mind you, a
A
bigger
new house.
house.
Exactly. That's who it is. Yeah. But yeah, I just haven't figured out what I want to do. But man, this has been a fun show. I just want to say thank you so much. The people commenting, asking questions. That's one of the main reasons why we're doing this. Is just to get
Absolutely.
interaction with y'all and everything. It's fun whenever people are coming in and asking questions. And answering questions that we're asking, which it's really fun. And
Mhm.
that's what I miss this. I miss this from doing a podcast, several years ago. And I'm glad that I have the opportunity to do this every Sunday now, and it's really fun. I really appreciate everybody doing this. Coming in and
Same,
watching us and
same,
everything.
same.
So, but I guess we're gonna end it here. Like I said, we're gonna be back again next Sunday. What's this episode 4? All right, man. We're gonna be on the episode 5 next week, man. That's
That's
awesome,
right.
man.
That's right. We're getting there.
Golly. Yeah. Damn. This is and what time do you start on
So,
Sunday? We start at 8 o'clock Central Time. Deemer's on center. He's in around the Atlanta area, so he starts off about 9 and everything. So we
yeah,
try to hit a sweet spot of times and everything. But yeah, usually 8 o'clock is when we start and everything. So, but like I said, want to thank y'all so much for coming in and watching us and everything. As always, like, shares, prayers, and care bears. Go subscribe to Deemer. Definitely, subscribe to my stuff and go watch our reviews. That really helps our channels grow because we want our channels to grow. It's always positive to do that. But yeah, we'll see y'all next weekend. Hopefully, we'll have more news. Now, see, we actually will have more news because TFCon LA is next week. So Saturday will be the third party panel. So we will definitely we'll be talking about the third party panel on Sunday. So it might be a longer show, which will be awesome. But yeah, we're definitely going to have more stuff to talk about. Hopefully, fingers crossed. If they do show it, I hope they don't show us a bunch of stuff that we already seen. I'm hoping we get some new stuff. I'm excited for that. New stuff. So, and we can also talk about TFCon. What happens and everything, and that'd be fun and everything. But like I said, thank y'all so much for stopping by. And as always, be good to yourself. Hail freaking Transformers. And good night, folks. And Deemer, you got anything else to say too as well?
stay young, stay fun as always, guys. We will see you next time. Please. Thank you. Have a great one.
Y'all take care.
Bye bye.
Bye. I got that long pause for the